and hope to buy something in the next round.
I say save everything. Don't even go for a fight. Don't even try and get any kills. Just sit behind that generator and do absolutely nothing. You have a kit and a smoke for the next round, and who knows if that can pull off some kind of magic. But what a round for Vitality. And yeah, we didn't even get to RPK, who was so incredible in the third map. That can be a massive X factor. If he's going to deliver on that front, NaVi's going to have a big, big test on their hands. He wants to go for the late ninja, not able to do it. Now he's surrounded. Now everyone is going to chase him down and hunt him down, and ZywOo's got the kill. Pistol round to Vitality. And NaVi doesn't even get a kill in the round.
I really appreciate that from Guardian. What if there was a chance? What if he instant thinks that he runs in with the smoke to run down and go for the defuse?
That's fair play.
It's fun to stick around like that, but it doesn't really work out. Instead, Vitality pick up the early round. Now, a Nova shotgun picked up on NaVi. We don't get to see that almost ever.
Good old Boomich. Gonna help us out with some excitement. Towards the hut we go. Simple dropping in towards Van. This is even more aggressive. That's a tough range to make this work. And remember, oh, he's got the dink. He's done massive damage to Apex. That's a good start. He can actually stay close. That's going to be intimidating. If Vitality want to go in towards hut, that shotgun is going to be a little bit of a scary prospect. And now Boomich is getting all the information. This is a massive play.
Remember how he was playing on Overpass, where he was just a sole guy running out looking for information, and he's doing something very similar here. I like this addition to NaVi. This is a flavor that they haven't really had in the past, so it's fantastic if you can add just a little bit more depth to their game like that. Pushing out here. Oh, Flamey, that's a great pick. And also Guardian with the immediate grenade. Flamey will follow it up and taking down RPK, and this is looking so strong right now. It's just Shocks left and Boomich coming in. He did enough then. A couple of assists as well in the middle of it. NaVi will steal the round back.
Give Boomich 5 assists. They're not going to show up on the scoreboard, but pushing into lobby like that as soon as he does the damage, that's so huge. They're able to get players in the right position. That is a disgusting round from NaVi, and Vitality has got to feel so uncomfortable. Flamey with 2 nice headshots, and this is just too many players. No smokes, no utility being used for the Vitality side, and a perfectly managed defense. Vitality going to respond with a full investment.
And why not? It's early days. Try and keep up the pressure. Try and see if you can steal it back somehow. Mac 10 there on Alex, but I think if they can bring that Deagle outside on Shocks, I would say that's probably a better call for it. Maybe ramp room.
Looks like they're starting to line up. They want to do some kind of set piece towards the upper bomb site. A few players outside on the roof. We saw earlier ZywOo looking up at the ceiling to line up a smoke. And here it comes, doors open, Molotov behind the vent. That's simple, he's not gonna have a target at the door, and he's blind as well. The flashbang to follow it up, so much damage coming out. Boomich does what he can, but the bomb site is lost.
Yes, ZywOo somehow winning that fight. It looked like actually Guardian had the right idea. Now Flamey up here, he's gonna go down, try and see if he can prevent the bomb plant. He won't be able to, so that actually is pretty huge. ZywOo is already low on health, so the fact that he gives himself up just to get that bomb down is really gonna help them out. Flamey tapping the bomb a single time here. And now they're waiting to coordinate. They spot it. That's a smart play from Apex. He just needs to know that nobody's defusing. And Flamey, one more attempt, and he's only going to have one more chance after this. Otherwise, time is going to be up. And yeah, I think faking it now, it's just not going to be worth it any longer. They know by now. They've read it so well. Apex with a follow-up kill, and Vitality back in their favor once again.
I just going blow for blow to start this game. That is huge. What a set piece from Vitality. Simple gets Molotoved and immediately blinded. He has no idea where he should go. He has no idea that he's burning alive the whole time, and he could never find a clean fight. What an execute from Vitality on this T side. 2-1. AK's in hand, but we do have investment as well from NaVi. Boomich with some of the bonus money he'd built with some of the cash. He's got Nog, a rifle, to pull us back in NaVi's favor.
Like a game to start out this aggressively. I mean, both sides not willing to bend. I mean, sometimes you'd say, well, maybe the smarter choice, you're playing CT side, you want some more grenades, you need, Molotovs to stop rushes, but NaVi just saying, none of that. We are just going to take this straight to them and see if we can break them early on. Vitality obviously with a much better buy in this round, but on a map like Nuke, look at the corner, look at the off angle he's holding here with the CZ, and I think he took a step literally just as Apex turned that corner, otherwise probably gets that kill. Now Boomich is in a lot of trouble back here, but they're not checking it. They're not checking it at all, and that could be a mistake. A big double kill. Boomich taking down RPK and ZywOo, and Shocks and Alex now a 2 versus 4. The bomb is dropped here, back on the ramp, and that is the mistake they cannot afford. Simple will take Alex's head clean off with that deagle. And that's going to be Shox now at a 1 versus 4. What a collapse.
Yeah, that one rifle also added on to the kill that Flamey gets, the one deke out of vents as he rotated down. This is brutal. Neither of these teams could get anything going. They just continuously respond every time they have a challenge to rise up and meet. Shox, I don't know what he does in this scenario. Maybe you just save, you look at your teammates' money, looks like they'll be buying in the next round. He'll be able to drop a Galil, some kind of an SMG, but Vitality's surely going to fight for this. And now we've entered into that weird nebulous territory of like the economic seesaw, the economic back and forth, and who's going to take that advantage early on.
I mean, they're going to be saving this M4 on Shox at least, but look at the pickups there. 2 AKs on top of the AUG, which stayed alive. None of that was necessary. I don't even think they were under. They had plenty of time.
Yeah.
They just
lost their focus. There's lost one little piece of detail, an important detail.
Yeah, I guess, you know, mistakes are as important as the consequences that follow, and this was a big one. Good follow-up. Even if it had just been a quick 1-for-1 trade there, maybe like they can still recover it, something can happen, but the double and then the bomb being dropped there. What a start to the game. All tied up, 2 for 2, and leading into round number 5. And Vitality say, well, we've got that 1 M4 and we can buy a Galil, and, you know, maybe that's enough. Maybe it is. Boomich will have picked up an auto shotgun this time. So there's plenty of excitement to come.
You can't shy away from this fight if you're Vitality. I think that's the biggest thing. Maybe you want to save, but you just realize if you're trading back and forth to start this, you want the money control. And you know it hurts the CT side more than you to just keep trading back and forth these early rounds. So you're just going to keep battling for it. Electronic waiting, a lot of utility used outside. Guardian with an angle just to get some information, just to spot. And Electronic wants to slow them down, deny access to secret stairs, and he's done just that. The smoke in that position makes them very nervous. We've seen teams like Astralis use it as a one-way.
Yeah, there's like a little railing next to the stairwell there you can stand on, and you're absolutely right. That can be a really deadly one-way smoke. But they've made their way out. I'm going to try and see if they can use that M4 or the Galil to open something up. Apex has already gone down, but the rifles are still in play. There's Saibu to pick up the kill on Simple. A little bit of a start. RPK also took down Boomich. It is a 3-on-4, but some of them are low on health. In fact, 3 of them dropping down. And that's a problem. Nice headshot from Flamey, and the follow-up as well. Alex goes down.
Flamey killed the bomb. The bomb is actually all the way outside. They're going to have to recover that, and that means they can just pounce on RPK by vents. It's Shox in a 1 versus 3. Bomb has dropped a couple times in really awkward situations for Vitality, and NaVi have finally done it. They've won 2 in a row. They've secured their money moving forward. They get to breathe a sigh of relief. They get to build up some cash flow, and Vitality is forced into a save.
Man, that looked like it was just about to work out. The 4 versus 3, even if they were a little bit low, they didn't need a lot to work out in their favor. But that was Flamey coming through. He's 7-2 right now. He was one of the people that we didn't really get to see yesterday. We obviously had Simple. We had Boomich with some good rounds. I mean, Guardian obviously showing up, right? But Flamey obviously has had some
Oh, God.
Wow, well, speak of the devil. Look at this. He's just absolutely wrecking them. I mean, it's a round where they don't have anything, but still, what a beautiful quad kill. That was so clean.
That was such a nice hold. And obviously, the big thing about it is, it feels like it's easy. It looks like it's easy because it's against the unarmored opponents, but it's so important that it gets the job done in that fashion so they don't lose any money for no good reason. Oh, did that hit the wall or did that hit one of the players?
I think it hit them, yeah. And then it falls down at their feet. Listen, if you're the ramp player and you get around, you don't care if they're unarmored and they don't have weapons. You know, I'm so happy I got a chance to do something great here. 4-2 in favor of NaVi.
They'll take that all week. Triple nade towards Mini. And 1 nade to blow the door open, so plenty of utility used just to try and pick off or injure Simple, and he just shrugs it off. Guardian's gonna be far back with the AWP. That's a big kill, and Shox is maybe frustrated those shots didn't connect. He saw the opportunity, and they still don't know Electronic is aggressively positioned behind Redbox. There's still danger outside, but Guardian can just bait for him this whole time.
Smoke to call Electronic back. I think after that flashbang they threw, they feel like, oh, maybe we gave away the game.
Yep.
So they're playing it very safely. That's a big call out of NaVi. You're right, they didn't know, but maybe the flashbang does give it away.
It's a level of play that we haven't seen out of NaVi. Even Blade references that in an interview. They have all the tools they needed, but they were missing some of the details in the previous lineups. And now it seems like this picture, as they start to put it together, is becoming clearer and clearer that they will be dangerous. Simple. Gonna be blind. Gonna be taken down by Alex and ZywOo. Good contribution, but still on the bomb site is Boomich with Electronic in support above. And Flamey's rotated back. He's gonna hold an off angle. ZywOo has no idea. No follow-up, but now he can get to a new one. And now he can just back away and let Guardian take the stand. 3-on-1 for NaVi.
That's a good shot for Apex. It must have been on Flamey. He was already backing out. But what do you do at this point in time? Yeah, he's got one smoke, and there are 3 entrances. 4, I guess, if you count the ramp that he just came from. And he's just going to have to go for it. He fakes it a single time here, and Boomich takes him down, even halfway running with the AK. A nice start to the half here, after all, for NaVi. 5-2 in their lead. And I mean, Flamey's playing a... I really like the initial kill that he gets there. He saw the next target, and there was like a half a second where he had to fight himself about whether or not to continue, and he falls back instead. And that decision is so much better.
I would imagine that he fell back just because Guardian said that he has the position.
Yeah.
Just let the offer take it up. Much easier shot for him, much safer shot for him as well.
And it got them the kill, so... But even if they don't get any kills, right, it's so much better to stay alive and remain in the 5 versus 3 or whatever it was, as opposed to falling back or so trying to get another kill, but then maybe you get traded, maybe you just go down immediately. It's not worth it. Playing the percentages over at ramp, Flamey so far. Now we're back to pistols and not a lot of it else to really work with here on the Vitality side, unless you count the map2.
They might be going for a similar set piece that they did previously towards this upper bomb site. The one thing they're missing is that Molotov they want to throw towards vents that actually took care of Simple last time. This time it's a fake. They're setting it up because they know they won the previous one, hoping they're going to catch a rotation early on, and Flamey's still here. He's going to throw out the nade. He's going to be able to handle ZywOo. Trade comes in far too late, and Flamey is just far too much on point. Finally goes down to RPK after a double kill, but he's at least kept the danger at bay. Still a very small chance Vitality's going to win this round, but this lurk from Apex might be the only thing that can do it. Guardian's got eyes on it, and that's an easy frag.
So ready. Even, I think, Flamey, even before the 2 kills, right? He puts down that Molotov, so the fake has to actually stop. And that, I mean, that's not going to be good for anything. To make that work, you have to be able to run to ramp while the people in the A-bomb side are still not able to call out whether or not it actually is an A attack. But once the Molotov goes down, they have an extra 5 or 10 seconds where they can say, well, actually, there's nobody showing up here. And then the ramp player can start to focus a little bit again.
Even the hit after that Molotov was very disjointed.
Yeah.
1 player at a time. Either way, down by 4. Vitality going to call a timeout here as they want to talk things over on this offensive side. They know they need to get into the swing of things, and they need to do it soon. It's been 5 in a row for NaVi. Vitality's got plenty of money. And we can take this moment to have the Simple versus ZywOo watch. Simple is 3-4 so far in the game. ZywOo 5-7. Still early on, but haven't quite gotten the fireworks yet out of that matchup. Shox is 1-6, 1-5.
Yeah, he's off to a very quiet start in this game. 1-5, you're right. I would say the problem even with trying to do these kind of matchups between Simple and ZywOo at this point is you could so easily have any number of other people, like Flamey, for instance, just come in and obscure that whole battle, right? Because now suddenly he's taken over and having a great game, and I think that's kind of the nature of just how many potential stars there are on both teams, that as much as you would want it for the story to have them go head-to-head and have like every round end in a 1 versus 1, it's so hard for that to happen right now, which is really ultimately not a bad thing, I guess.
Guardian just baiting for Electronic's position. The smoke is going to clear soon, and he'll be able to get behind them if he would like. We'll see how he plays this. He's hearing the footsteps. Guardian's a little bit late for the cross, and thankfully for Vitality, they hustled. They got downstairs. I don't know if Electronic even notices. I don't even think NaVi notices. I don't think they have any information. This could just be a wide open bomb site. Finally, just now, Flamey has come down to check, but he's far too late, and ZywOo is going to pick him off.
That is an angle the AWP is always going to win. And Alex waiting. That could have easily been a double spray down right there. Electronic lucky to be alive. Behind him, Guardian missing the scope as he jumps down in front. RPK turning around, but still, they have the lead here. A 3-on-2. The bomb is down already. And this is looking good for Vitality. That timeout so far seems to be paying off. And Boomich and Electronic, yeah, I think they're just going to be backing out. I'm so confused because I swear he must have heard them run, and it looked like he was talking a lot at the same time. So
that might have been why he didn't quite hear it, or why he didn't communicate. Maybe just, there was someone talking in his ear. Maybe there's some communication going on that obscured his noise. But either way, I'm in the same boat as you. I thought Electronic surely would have heard those footsteps.
Because obviously the highlight play is to walk up behind them and try and spray them all down. But even if you don't do that, I'm quite fine with it. Like if you just get the information and you wait for the late play and you try and sneak in, like anything like that is all right. But yeah, it seemed like there was some missed opportunity there for the NaVi side. Vitality going to be excited about that. We'll see if they can repeat it once again. Now, Electronic never got caught, so actually they might just do it again, NaVi. They might just say, well, they never found out, so.
Seems to be a pretty setup that NaVi wanted to do a couple times. Remember, just previously they had Electronic aggressive behind the red box, not in front of it like he was in the previous round, with Guardian behind that as well, all the way back towards Warehouse. So they really like that op in the back and rifle up front on Electronic. Simple knows better than to show or expose himself to this angle for the opper, so smoke comes in. There's the op shot that lets him know his caution was for good reason. And the op is going to be swapped back over to ZywOo. Shock's just having to spawn to make it to that angle in time.
Guardian, his position outside so far has been very varied, right? He's been almost everywhere, so this time he's on the stairs again with the AWP, but he's been playing by that container, he's been playing far back onto Hell, and Electronic is setting up for the grenade, ready for him to take that peek. No one's there yet, so...
Yeah, this time it's Electronic playing support, which is cool to see them shuffle their positions and give new looks of defense outside to this Vitality attack. There will be a chance. Shox looks like he's going to commit all on his own outside. Guardian going to consider. He wants to see if he can spot anything on top of Twinkie, but Shox has already passed his field of view. Shox is already going to sneak into the smoke. This is so dangerous. Simple and Shox are back-to-back at the moment, and Ramp Room is under attack. Ramp Room is entirely lost, and NaVi, once again, might not have any idea this is happening.
Oh, Simple going to win that fight. I think Shox maybe thought that initial push into Ramp would have caused a bit of a distraction, and it almost did, but now instead, a little bit of trouble here for Vitality. Only 25 seconds, and that's a team kill in the middle of it. Apex goes down to Simple, and the spray through. It's close. ZywOo low on health, and Simple will get him. Coming out of the smoke, and now RPK in a 1 versus 3. He's got no chance at all. A nice triple kill for Simple. And a 7th round for NaVi.
I think Vitality made that too complicated on themselves. They were all the way in Ramp Room. They had the Molotovs down. They had all the utility they were using to be able to take that part of the map. They even had Shox in a phenomenal lurking position to backstab the players trying to get to vent, whether it was Simple, whether it was players from the upper bomb site. And they decided to call it off and go back. Either someone made a call, someone heard something, or Vitality tried to run a very complicated fake, but this one isn't complicated. This is fast-paced, and they don't clear the corner all the way. Simple is so blind, and they still haven't turned. They still haven't turned to take care of him. He's going to find Alex. Nade in his hand, and this hit towards the upper bomb site is shut down. No progress made, and ZywOo is going to be hunted as well. Simple with the double kill.
Man, I would love to see that round in slow motion. They obviously blew up the door. They had the flashbangs going in, and those flashbangs were really effective against Simple, but I think that smoke, there's a smoke that lands in the corner of Mini there, and it's supposed to be covering all of the actual entrance, even with the flashbangs, right? And so as soon as he was unflashed, he could just do whatever he wanted. That must be a mistake, I feel like, for Vitality's side.
That's a couple of them, though, 2 rounds in a row, which is got to be frightening moving forward. And look at the run of rounds that there's been. It was, what, 5 in a row for NaVi, a single victory for Vitality, and now 2 straight for NaVi. So the money's bruised, the money's a little bit beaten up. They're going to have to drop down to upgraded pistols and armor. No rifles for the Vitality side. And they're gonna start struggling. This is their map pick as well.
That does make you feel very nervous, doesn't it? 8-3, a strong start for NaVi right now. Fnatic, of course, already in the grand finals here in Malmö, which I think is, I mean, that is such good news. And the way that Fnatic were playing today, they will need to continue that if they're going to be facing this version of NaVi, because it is honestly looking terrifying. I don't know. My faith in the NaVi project for the past year has just been at an all-time low. And
mine was the same way until I saw them play at this event. This is the first time I've actually felt like there's some hope for this NaVi team to be able to bring home some championships. That's kind of what makes this matchup for me so exciting. And even tomorrow, if they can make it there, they have started to look much, much more impressive since Guardian came back, since Blade transitioned into the coaching role.
It's all looking very cool. Vitality need to come up with something, need to show us. I mean, not necessarily in this round, although if they can sneak this one away, that would certainly be amazing, but we need some evidence as to why this is the map that they picked, and so far it's been a little bit confusing. I guess one of the problems that they're facing is Flamey in that ramp position, while now obviously playing in Toxic and doing a fantastic job holding it on his own, more or less. Gonna come out, ooh, will almost get that kill on Shox. Maybe a chance for a very, no, not even close. Guardian gonna be there instead, but when Flamey's having that good of a game in ramp room, he's 18 and 6, what do you do? Like, that's a lot of the map that's gonna be questionable for you.
Well, you haven't really had the best place you've gone throughout these rounds has been outside. Even the fast-paced upper hit in the previous round was labored, got absolutely destroyed. Flamey's playing well. I think you have to start trying to expose that outside defense. Go right at Guardian. See what he's got for you. Boomich, Molotov on top. A hut, great headshot. He can fall away now as well.
This is so wonderful. The more I'm seeing Boomich play, the more I'm just sort of falling in love with it a little bit. I think it's great. And something that I do think that they've been missing on NaVi a bit. Maybe outside of Simple, but Simple was sort of reined in to play in a particular system, right? So like
what he discussed with the AWP. You have way more flexibility with the rifles to do plays like that.
Yeah, exactly. And it's good to see. Now there was a return kill from Alex, and that's going to be important. Shox hoping someone would be in the corner, but that wasn't the case. 4 on 4 now. Under a minute as they try and see if they can make their way out. Squeak, and actually they can go straight down into the vent, so that's really quick. And so far nobody from NaVi has adjusted enough that they can probably stop the bomb plant. I think that's going to be tricky to do, although Electronic, oh, the timing is near perfect. Now he's hunting for Shox, and I don't think he knows yet. If he gets this kill, they'll have the man advantage, and it's going to be real tricky. Vitality now at a huge disadvantage. The bomb goes down. Alex getting caught on top of Mini. He could have been dead already.
Yeah, but Simple now calls out that one's outside. They know there's only 2 defenders downstairs. If NaVi hurries up this retake, oh, Simple has outplayed Alex in every level, but he needs the kill. Apex forced into the open. It's all on ZywOo. He's got to do everything with this AWP.
Alex has made his way down very, very quickly. That bomb is not in a good position right now, and Alex going down. ZywOo in a 1 versus 3. How do you stop this? They're coming in from every angle, and Boomich will pick up a quad kill of the round and find a 10th round for NaVi. A blazing first half right now for them. Boomich and Flamey saying, you know what, you all thought it was going to be the Simple and Guardian story, and it is completely different.
I really like the attempt by Vitality, though, in this round. They're actually trying to see if NaVi is up to snuff on terms of their rotation between the bomb sites, using the verticality of the map to try and confuse them and their rotations, and it almost worked. They got the bomb planted, they had some pretty decent positions, just some good fights. That electronic flank onto Shox was absolutely brutal. That was an important part of the map to clear out for the NaVi retake.
This time Electronic going to be running quick towards the secret stairs with a Krieg. Alex is also very, very fast at this corner. Are they going to try and see? He's just walking through. That's a mad play. So often someone's going to be there waiting, but Alex's position right now is so key. They can make it all work behind it. ZywOo and RPK to open up, but Simple and Guardian with a bit of a return, and now it's a 2-on-3, and the bomb is down, and they surely know it as well. A lot of trouble here. Simple with 1 more kill. Can he do it? He's pushing out. He just wants to fight, and he takes the head off Shox. A quad kill to clutch the round, and NaVi at 11.
You have to admire stepping in front of the Molotov. He knows there's no retreat once that comes from behind him, and the initial battle doesn't go as planned, but he scopes up, and it's an easy kill from there, and everything going NaVi's way. And you're right, Simple has been playing in Mini, that whole Mini Garage, pretty much this entire half, and for Alex to pick that round to walk through the smoke, one of the few times we've seen Simple not there, it's pretty incredible, but instead, he's holding onto the bomb site, and he gets a triple kill to absolutely decimate that hit, and Vitality, this feels like it's just faded way too far out of their control. 11-3. They have not had a single response to this dominant defense.
Oh, it's been almost, I mean, it started out so close back and forth, and that sort of gave the illusion that this was going to be that kind of a game, but then NaVi took over and they kind of didn't let go. After that initial exchange, Vitality won a single round. And that's it. NaVi have otherwise been dominating this entire first half. very, very hard to deal with at this point in time. They've got some Galils, they got one AK, a couple of MAC-10s here, but I can't even really figure out a clear pattern that's been working for them.
Well, at least they've gotten outside. This is the clear pattern. They've been able to get to this point. They've been able to get into that lower bomb site for the most part, but this is just 2 players here. The rest of this Vitality team is scattered, and they're going to start getting picked apart. And ZywOo with that MAC-10, he does find Simple inside the vents. But is there anywhere he can actually make it from here? The best option is to split in towards the upper bomb site, but Boomich is still just playing so stellar, so ready for everything. And he's even looking for ZywOo to swing up the vents, trying to find some measure of safety. He's all alone with low HP in this bomb site, so he's likely going to go down, but he's going to at least get one more. Alex gets him from the flank, but a 1-on-3 in this final round of the first half.
Another great performance out of Boomich in this round. A triple kill. He ends at 18, and that is just so incredible. Alex with the MAC-10. Not even really a weapon they can easily find on the ground. The bomb is down, sure, but oh, does he see it? He's hiding in the corner. They're not checking it. This could be the play. He goes for the spray, but he can't get it. It's so close. A better weapon and a little bit more luck, and he would have had that. Instead, it's 12-3 for the first half. What a way to finish.
If he could have just...
Here, the last semi-final, of course, at DreamHack Masters in Malmö, and we're on Nuke, and right now, NaVi are absolutely beating up Vitality. It's 12-3 in their favor, and Vitality did pick this map. They need to perform something of a miracle here in Sweden if this is going to be turned around. And the rush towards Ramp Boom, the instant headshot with the Glock at medium range, and shocks down to 11. All very bad signs for the Vitality side. That's a bit better though. Instantly deleting Boomich, but now they're all over him, jumping down, and a 3-on-3. And they should be getting a bomb plant here. Yeah,
Simple delayed the rotations, the flank. Good shot from Flamey. He continues his tear from the first half. And Vitality, they're going to try and stop this plant, but it's not going to work. 13-3. And it goes from bad to worse. You mentioned at the beginning of the show, Anders, when we got into the game, Vitality yesterday, CT sides were not looking pretty. They were not great. You even mentioned it last night. NaVi, would they be able to exploit that? To have this kind of a comeback on CT sides that did not look like they could actually mount any kind of a defense whatsoever. Vitality is in a very, very deep hole.
Yeah, I think to make it back from this kind of a scoreline, it's almost, I mean, there's so few teams that have done it, especially when you get this late in a tournament, like so much pressure is on when you're playing in the semi-final, and to try and find a way back, it seems utterly impossible. They've bought armor and pistols and some grenades that have already been thrown, at least half of them, and not really to that much of an effect. What I really love about this particular version of NaVi here is how they're not really sort of required to have Guardian or Simple do the work, right? Because that would be a fear of mine otherwise. But right now, Flamey, Boomich are just having such a great game.
I mean, it's actually kind of hilarious because ooh, there's a good find for Alex. A freebie is going to go for the knife. Yes, Alex. No, Alex. Wrong weapon.
You know what? You're probably going to lose the map anyway. Do it for the audience, you know?
Do it for the crowd. Get them on their feet.
They would have loved it. Simple trying to find someone with the auto shotgun. ZywOo will be able to find a kill. And ooh, wanted to get that, but they'll still be all right. Here is a double kill for ZywOo, a double for Alex at the end of it. And a 13-4 win. Vitality. Let's see how much longer this can go.
I mean, the funniest thing about, you'd say Simple's had a relatively quiet game, but he still is 15-8, which is the craziest thing in the world. He's still putting the numbers up as well.
Yeah, it's a quiet game by his standards.
By his standards.
Otherwise, great.
By everyone else's, it's phenomenal.
It's the kind of game you want. Trying to land a quick headshot there. Looked like a low percentage shot. They've also got a scout, and they've got 4 deagles in total here on NaVi's side. And not even going to be boosting Guardian up there. I've noticed in the past that Guardian does like to get boosted on that red container on the T side. He's going to get the kill on ZywOo. That's not good, is it? That's a huge kill to find and open things up. Because now Vitality, you almost feel like they have to turtle a little bit. They have to kind of give up the outside portion of the map. They have to sink into the bomb sites and just kind of defend what they can without overextending so they can use their teamwork. That's going to give NaVi a lot of space to move across this map. That's going to allow them to at least get close to the bomb sites. Scout in Electronics' hands. But Simple with that deagle. Ooh. Actually, 4 deagles with the armor, and that nade barely does anything. it looked like they were about to all walk into it, so I was getting all excited for a minute. 45 seconds. Don't want to be running out of time, especially when you've got no grenades to secure that final bomb plant. They're really hoping for another kill before they finally go with it.
If NaVi go up into heaven, that's huge. If they can flank and wrap into this upper bomb site, it's only Apex actually in the bomb site. RPK just came back, but there's 20 seconds. There's a kill from Flamey. That's not a shock. Still the upper bomb site, it's going to be weak. They have to go up here. There's no, oh, the lower bomb site. Can they actually make it with 15 seconds?
They can, but any interruption, and it's going to be all over. There's Flamey causing another distraction. 10 seconds on the clock, and again, no smoke for the bomb plant, so they're just going to go straight for it, and it will be a bomb plant with 5 seconds left. Alex finding a kill and a beautiful follow-up. He's doing it. He's bringing it back. A nice triple as Alex will shut down Electronic. The hero of this round for sure, and Guardian low on health, and with the Krieg even, it's not going to be enough here. Vitality will keep it alive. 13-5, and that kind of an Alex they need much more of. That was well done.
I cannot believe they recovered that in such a nice fashion. I can't believe NaVi let that so late into the round, despite having the entire map. I thought for sure they were going to go to the upper bomb site, but by the time they get the plant down, there's nowhere to go. Alex is already there to hold them into this site, and obviously a tough triple kill, but he nails it. 2 in a row now for Vitality, up to 5. 8 rounds behind NaVi. The Eagles again out, no scout this time, which had the opening pick in the previous round, and ZywOo has his AWP.
Bit of a long-range fight, but the M4 and the AWP come out against the Deagle. No problem there. You never know, although that long range, you've got to have the right crosshair settings to land those kills, don't you, you know?
Yeah.
Crosshair gap. 0.1. Just play with the dot at that point in time.
Look at the money on Vitality. That sounded powerful. All these kills matter. All these kills are going to be painful for this defense. RPK inside the site. Flamey not able to get a shot off. Simple's up next, and RPK pre-firing the angle. But Simple hasn't committed anywhere. 1 to 2 more kills for NaVi, and that would be huge addition, huge damage onto the economy of the defense. And Simple still being patient and biding his time, hoping someone's going to walk into his crosshair.
It almost looked like Flamey was about to, but are they going to try and... It looked like they wanted to boost for a second to peek over the box. That would be such a wild play if it worked, but they have been spotted, and yeah, that gives away the fact that both players are there. Grenades rain in, and they'll save the round with 4 members alive. That's a big turnaround here. Vitality now 3 rounds in a row, and a 13-6 scoreline. It's looking better.
Well, it couldn't get any worse, surely.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's looking better. We'll see how long they can keep this up for, though. They have a long way to go. And now they're going to go up against that big test of having the AK-47s, having the rifles. There won't be an IWP on Guardian, but all the weapons, all the utility NaVi will need, they'll be able to run pretty much whatever they want. This is the problem. How many mistakes is Vitality going to make in this half? You really have to minimize the amount of mistakes that you make if you're Vitality, at least for some time. You need to go on at least a 4-round run to close this gap before you can feel comfortable taking a loss.
I feel like surely the best thing that could happen to Vitality right now is if NaVi keep playing a sort of high-paced game where Vitality can sort of try and take a lot of early fights and win them. I feel like if NaVi slow it down and there's going to be a lot of like mid-round decisions and it's going to be sort of like dragged out a little bit more, I think then all of the nerves that you're feeling, you're going to be prone to making more mistakes in those scenarios. Alex very, very quick. That's a massive gap in here. ZywOo should be able to find a kill, most especially if they just walk past. And if he does, then Alex is going to be swinging it out, and it could all end horribly wrong. The flashbang's pretty good. Alex, oh, he's flashed as well. It works out completely the opposite.
They used 2 flashbangs, one for ZywOo and one for Alex, and that's why Electronic was hustling so much. But look at the nades again. They're resetting up this smoke wall so they can cross another massive gap in that, so they've messed that up. And here's the danger, 1 Molotov, 1 flashbang. There's no utility for NaVi to actually do any kind of a set piece into the bomb site, so they have to rely on the fact that they probably thinned out the defense by forcing 1 or 2 players to rotate downstairs, and you have to exploit that somehow. And it's got to be brute force with just a straight-up fight.
If you're going to have that kind of a battle, at least be in this position when you're a man up. That might help a little bit. Apex. Got the creep. Oh
my lord.
That's a fire peak from Electronic, isn't it? I don't even know if you're Apex and you're blinking in that moment, you're dead when your eyes open half a second later.
That's unreal. And everyone always talks about how dangerous those scoped weapons are on the CT side for holding angles. Well, Electronic just gets a shot up before he can even react. That is astounding. And the lower bomb side is open for the taking. I don't even know if Vitality can't go for this. They're actually all upstairs. None of them have rotated down here. They're just going to have to save these weapons. I mentioned minimizing mistakes. Well, I don't even think they necessarily made a mistake. That's just great play from NaVi. Simple's going to find one more on the exit. Shox goes down. ZywOo and RPK desperately need these weapons, and heading to T-spawn, they should be safe. But what a round strategically from NaVi.
That was so well done. The flashbang there to pick up Alex, but I mean, the peak from Electronic, that's
dirty, isn't it?
There was something very forceful behind there, wasn't there? Like, that was just in it sort of like, all of your comeback dreams are done. Like, I'm just going to tell you right now.
Yeah, the headshot was so strong that Apex probably doesn't even believe they can come back into this game anymore at this point.
He's lost his religion and everything. So he's given up on that.
How do we beat this?
Oh, man. A thing of beauty. 14-6, though. And right now, at least they have some money built up. At least they managed to save a couple of things here, Vitality, but it's very, very hard to see this happen. The 3-round run to start the half with is, you know, that's a good thing to get going. But if you really, really want to start to get NaVi nervous, that has to continue for such a long time. You need to win 10 rounds in a row, and then, you know, then maybe the pressure sets in on NaVi.
Tough part is, if you go back to that 3rd round where NaVi actually got those 3 kills with Deagles, that damage done to the economy is so brutal. Yeah, they still have some weapons and they've passed them over. They're going to have all rifles and an AWP, but kits are missing, head armor's missing, Alex only has the 1 smoke, Shox has no flashbangs, and they all have no money. They're all out of cash, so if they lose this round, the map essentially feels over.
Rumich getting knifed in the beginning of the round.
It's been too easy so far. Oh, blind again. Another stellar flashbang, a good trade from Guardian. Apex up top, though. How much more can he do? Absolutely nothing. Simple and Electronic with 2. And Shox is going to sneak out up top. He's found a good timing. And into the bomb site, he's wrapping even wider. Simple goes for the peek. He wins that battle as well. Up vents, though. It's a sneak from ZywOo, but he can't find the kill. He's just a half second away.
He needed it. They need it right now. So 1 versus 2, and up on the high ground, Electronic is going to be in. I don't think. How can ZywOo even think of that? He's got the kit. He's got a Molotov. He's throwing in the wrong direction and getting shot in the back. And that's 15 rounds for NaVi. That late flank, the late lurk to go high ground. I don't think you ever read that if you're on the Vitality side there.
But that's how dominant a strategy it was from NaVi. They actually had the time to just send Electronic on that longer path to wrap all the way around and get such a strong position. Another beautiful round from NaVi.
This is so dominant and so controlling. I mean, I think most people probably were on NaVi's side with this one, but it was hard to know exactly how much. But the display that we're seeing here in Sweden is absolutely out of control. Good idea for Alex, and looked like that could have easily capitalized. It will be a kill on ZywOo instead, but it's 4 versus 3, and they're not having any say in this game. 6 rounds, that might be all they get. Nice tap there from ZywOo, but Simple waiting for it. He knows they're 2-on-3, and there's no reason to try and throw this away. I think he also has the bomb, so if he goes down, there's really no point. There's Apex done instead. And now, yeah, I mean, I don't know where you go. There is no safety anywhere here. ZywOo in a 1 versus 3. The fire is finally going to be gone, but they're all waiting for him, surely. They know where he was, so nothing is going to be a surprise at this point. And he's being flanked as well once again from the high ground. I think ZywOo goes down to boom. It's 16-6 as NaVi will take down Vitality in the first match of the semifinals. An absolutely stunning victory for them early on here. That is so well done.
Yeah, that's crazily well done. How powerful they are. Flamey, Simple, and Boomich, 21 kills on Flamey. Simple and Boomich with 19 each. Like, that was not the Simple versus ZywOo battle that we wanted, that we were looking for. But God, was it spectacular in a different fashion.
I feel like we only got warmed up into the game. It was like, I was sort of like,
it's over so quick.
Yeah, it's like, all right, let's get. Oh wait, they're already winning.
Well, NaVi's never really been able to have Nuke in